Hey guys, it's OKB. This is Naruto Recapped, Episode 3. Go to Coffin Element channel for the Naruto game and Coffin Ingot channel for money for the game. Now let's get started. The scene begins as Naruto wakes up from his bed. He looks at the calendar and smiles as it's a special day. He slurps some ramen, drinks milk from a carton, and pulls on his goggles and heads out. As he walks on the street, Konohamaru, still with a terrible disguise, pops out yelling to fight, but falls down on his long scarf. It's almost like a dress. He admits defeat. Konohamaru then wants to fight with the sexy jutsu, but Naruto has to go to an orientation for new ninjas. Meanwhile, Sakura is getting ready when her mom calls her not to be late. Sakura's annoyed that her mom is still treating her like a kid. As she walks, she thinks about being a kunoichi of the village, and her inner voice is very determined. Along the way, Ino, another kunoichi, walks out, and they have a tense hello. Ino and Sakura very obviously have a rivalry as they jab a few words at each other and try to keep in front of the other girl. Don't trip. Scene cuts to Naruto sitting in classroom where a spiky ponytail guy tells him that the meeting is for graduates only. Naruto points to his headband and says, "That's right." Pearl-eyed girl shyly watches from a distance and feels happy for him. Suddenly Sakura and Ino rushes in, squeezing their butts together and bickering about who's first. The noise draws Naruto's attention as he sees Sakura with a stupid look on his face. He tries to say hi, but Sakura bumps him out and says hi to Sasuke, and asks to sit here. Ino runs in arguing that she got there first, so she should sit there, but other girls crowd around with that same argument, and Sasuke just gets annoyed. A team of experienced ninjas watching through the Hokage's Harry Potter ball, where it's revealed to one of the ninjas that Sasuke was a sole survivor of the Uchiha clan. Kakashi looks at Uzumaki Naruto through the ball with interest. Naruto's jealous of Sasuke and gets on the table to stare at him, wondering what the girls see in him. The girls are annoyed at Naruto for staring, and he's a little hurt. A guy in front accidentally bumps Naruto, and he ends up kissing Sasuke. Sakura and the girls are furious that Naruto was the one to get Sasuke's first kiss. A beating ensues. Sometime later, Iruka-sensei announces that the new ninjas will be in teams of 3 with an experienced squad leader. Sakura and Ino really wants to be paired up with Sasuke. Sasuke thinks a squad of 3 would just slow him down. Naruto wants Sakura, but hates Sasuke. Iruka starts pairing the groups together. When it's Naruto's turn, his team is to be numbered Team 7. Naruto's happy when Sakura's called, but then sad when Sasuke is called, with Sakura having the opposite reaction. Sasuke has no reaction. The Chapeau Eye Girl is disappointed she's not with them. She's revealed to be Hinata Hyuga, who's in Group 8, with a feigned boy called Kiba Unozaka and a guy with shades called Shino Aburame. Sakura brags to Ino that she's with Sasuke. Spiky Ponytail next to Ino doesn't get why she likes Sasuke so much. Ino asks Ponytail why he doesn't get it, and Ponytail says he's not a woman. Ino sighs and says that's why he's not popular, and she wouldn't want to group with him. But Iruka announces Group 10 to be Ino Yamanaka, Spiky here, who turns out to be Shikamaru Nara, and Choji Akimichi, a plump, bally guy that's eating some chips. Ino despairs at grouping with a fatty. Nara asks why a top student like him has to pair with a loser like Sasuke, but Iruka says he's the one who's at the bottom to balance out Sasuke, who's the top in grades. Everyone laughs. They're dismissed until afternoon when they can meet their Jonin-ranked teachers. Scene cuts to Sakura trying to find Sasuke to eat with him. Naruto walks up from behind and invites Sakura to eat with him, but she complains about why she has to eat with him, saying he's annoying, and runs off to find Sasuke. Naruto's on top of a building, disappointed. Suddenly he sees Sasuke and devises a plan. Scene cuts to Team 8 with Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji, who are just gibbering around when they see Naruto sneaking to a wind cell. Naruto suddenly jumps in, and a lot of pounding can be heard. Sasuke stands over a beaten Naruto and climbs out, smiling as Team 8 watches from a distance. Sakura is sitting on a stone bench, thinking about the proportions of her forehead. Why? When she sees Sasuke standing across from her, her imagination goes wild. As she's in her own world, Sasuke walks up to her talking about how charming she is, which is exactly what she said in the imagination. Her inner voice goes, "Oh yeah," but Sasuke follows up with, "Well, that's what Naruto would say," and then asks what she thinks about Naruto. Sakura says that Naruto is always at home interfering with her and enjoying her mistakes. She thinks he doesn't understand a thing about her and says all she wants is Sasuke, and proceeds to lean in for a kiss. Meanwhile, back at where Sasuke and Naruto fought, the real Sasuke is revealed to be all tied up and gagged. Flashback to what really happened. Naruto used the substitution jutsu and managed to get the upper hand with his shadow clones. Sasuke was surprised that someone who couldn't even make a clone back then could do a technique like that. Back at Sakura, Naruto in disguise also leans in to kiss Sakura, but his stomach announces diarrhea. Naruto transforms back in the bathroom. He's disappointed that Sakura still says the same thing about him around Sasuke, then gets a mischievous idea and thinks he'll play an obnoxious Sasuke and make her hate him. Meanwhile, real Sasuke walks up and Sakura starts saying how he's such a bad boy, but Sasuke just walks past her. Sasuke asks where Naruto is, but Sakura waves him off, telling him just to leave Naruto alone since all Naruto does is pick fight with him. She says it's because he wasn't raised right and never had any parents. Sasuke reacts to the parents part. Sakura says her parents would get mad if she did something, but Naruto doesn't have that, so his selfishness just keeps coming out. There's no parents to nag you if it's just you alone. Sasuke replies that loneliness is actually worse than being scolded by parents. You annoy me. Sakura is shocked. Meanwhile, Naruto's finished up in the bathroom. Finally, he wonders if Sakura is still waiting and heads out, but runs into Sasuke. Naruto's shocked and asks how he escaped, to which Sasuke replies, the most basic of all jutsus, the escape jutsu. He then asks Naruto what he was doing, impersonating him. Naruto just thought it would be fun. He then summons more clones to jump Sasuke, but his diarrhea is back. Naruto and his clones rush to the bathroom, finding himself in the most bizarre hitting yourself way possible, and Sasuke just leaves it be. Meanwhile, Sakura realizes what she felt when Sasuke said, "You annoy me," was what Naruto felt when she said that to him. She decided to be a little nicer to Naruto. Suddenly, Naruto walks back up with a pained stomach. Sakura attempts to smile and call Naruto to go back, but he thinks it's payback from Sasuke, so he readies his clone jutsu to jump Sakura, but his diarrhea is back and he runs off. Lots of butts. Sakura's furious. Scene cuts to Hokage and Silverhair, mostly masked Jonin ninja, inside Naruto's home. Masked guy picked up the milk carton on the table, noting that it was expired for quite a while. And Naruto's still in the toilet, and he still doesn't know why. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Episode 4 should come soon. Make sure to subscribe. Go to Coffin Element for the Naruto online game and Coffin Ingots to get money for that game, or just get money. See you in the next one.